Welcome to the Den of Tools.
Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the old Den of Tools. And today we're here to talk about miter saws, sliding miter saws, dual compound sliding miter saws over at the old Harbor Freight. Now, back in the day, long ago, they had the Chicago Electric 12-inch sliding miter saw. And this thing was a real bargain. I think I picked mine up for around $130 way back when. And at that time, it was literally the only option for a budget-friendly DIYer sliding miter saw. It was this, and then you were like into the $400, $500 DeWalt's and stuff like that. There was nothing else out there that was any semi-decent. Yeah, the Chicago Electric had their quality control issues. Sometimes you'd get one, and there's nothing you could do to square it up. You had to take it back and get another one. I never had those problems. I know some of you did, but once you found one that worked, it worked, and it was a decent saw. Well, times they are changing, and these days what we're looking at is, they've got a whole new line of saws over there. Everything, now the bottom bargain basement one seems to be the Admiral. It's coming in at $199. It is a excellent DIY level saw. It is so much better than what the Chicago Electric ever was. It's got lots of great features that you see on DIY level saws. You get the side release for the bevel rather than having to reach all the way around the back. It's got nice little, slide out tables on either side with stop blocks. It's got everything you want and sometimes a bit more. But some people do want more. Now, the next step up from that's going to get you into the Hercules. The Hercules 12-inch dual bevel miter saw. I love this saw. I've had this saw for a number of years. Harbor Freight sent it to me way back when. And I got to tell you, the second you get your paws on this saw, you can tell you're dealing with a professional grade saw. Thing is, not everyone needs that kind of saw. It's like there's this huge gulf between the two. It's at $199 or it's like $170, $180 when it's on sale, all the way up to $380. What if you want something more than the Admiral, but you don't want to go all the way or don't need to go all the way up to the Hercules? What if you're just a DIYer who wants a good saw, who wants some of those creature comforts you only see on DIYer saws? Well, that's where the Bauer 12-inch saw comes in. This is the one they came out with not too long ago. Harbor Freight was nice enough to send me this one to compare, and I put it through its paces. I've cut a bunch of stuff with it. I've gone over it. I've checked out the features, and we're going to show you some of the cuts we can do with it. Then we're going to talk about some about the competition and basically my overall feelings of this saw. So let's jump into some of the action, shall we? Okay, I wanted to give you a close-up here of the drop shadow light. That's that line right there. From here, it looks like it's drawn in pencil, but it's not. This is the shadow light cast by the light that's over the blade. And again, this is early afternoon, bright sunny day here in Las Vegas. A laser, one of those red lasers, they wouldn't have a snowball's chance in, well, Vegas. Anyway, here's the setup of the saw. There's the D handle. You can see the switch for the drop shadow lights within easy reach. The front controls, I really like them. Honestly, they make it so easy. It's kind of hard to get used to them when you're used to the more professional grade saws. There's also, as I said, the miter. So it's got the miter stops in there. Press this little button in here, and it bypasses all of them again. For if you're doing a lot of quick back and forth kind of stuff, you just press the button again to release it. And of course, the bevel release is super easy over here on the left-hand side. You just grab it there, and that frees up the saw now to tilt left and right. Well, actually tilt left. You want to tilt right, you got to release the button in the back. Let me show you that real quick. You got to go around the back of the saw. There's a little button right there. And I don't have the angle of this camera quite right, but it's right there above those two bolts. A little plunger you just pull out and allows you to now go to the right-hand side. There's the Allen key that comes with this, so you can install the blade and whatnot there. So it's got a Phillips on one end and the Allen key on the other for doing the blade changes. Here's just the rest of the saw. Just to give you an overview. You got your depth stop there. You can adjust if you want to do some. So if you want to gauge how far you're going into a cut and whatnot. It's got all the features I think that you could possibly want in a DIY saw. I love the side tables here that slide out. Nice table, good solid stop on that. Easy release on those. Well, there you go. You saw it. It's definitely got the power, and it's way smoother than I was expecting. The build quality is excellent-ish. Let me put it that way. I really don't feel this is the same kind of quality as the Hercules, and I wasn't expecting that. But I'll be honest, I was probably expecting a little bit less. The whole thing feels very solid. If you really nitpick at it, you can look and you can find some flaws, like where the paint line isn't as straight as it could be, and maybe there's a burr here or there. There's some things about it that they kind of give you that feeling that this is definitely a DIY level saw, definitely prosumer level, but it's not a professional grade saw. It's not supposed to be. But I will say this, you saw it cut. It was smooth. Gotta like that. So 15 amp, 4100 RPM, front bevel control, 48 bevel left and right, shadow cut line system. I apparently had somehow missed this. I thought it was another laser one. I turned on the light switch expecting the laser to come down, saw that drop shadow. I was like, oh yes. I love the drop shadow. You know, the first saw I had on it was the Hercules, as we like to call it. But I wouldn't go back to a laser after having that drop shadow. If I was out here in the Vegas, afternoon sun, that's about as bright as it gets, and you could still see that drop shadow line. That says quite a lot. Anyway, we got 60-degree miters, miter right, 52-degree miter left, 10 positive stops. Of course, all the controls right up front where you want them. I don't know why they don't do that on pro level saws. You just never see it. But it is, when you got to live with the saw every day in the shop doing stuff like that, it's really convenient. You got a 5 and 7/16 tall sliding fences, built-in sliding tables we talked about. The quick clamp adjust, that was great. The electric blade stop, it stops it in short order. It doesn't. I've seen ones that are quicker than that. Let's be honest. But it's okay. The horizontal D handle, I thought that was pretty comfortable. The miter detent, at first I thought that seemed a bit ridiculous, but I'll be honest, when you're doing projects, when you're building something, you're doing a lot of different cuts. That's something I think you really could use a lot. I could see on a job site, when you're doing the same cut over and over and over again, you don't really care if there's a detent override, but having that on your home saw, being able to move extreme lefts, extreme rights without having to stop and all this, I could see somebody enjoying that. Now, the one thing I will say about this saw that I'm not thrilled with, of course, is the fact the blade is sold separately. I would like to see the blade sold with this. But, the other part of that is they would include one of these Bauer level blades, which is not a bad blade. But I've always said, just like with my cars and everything else, you can buy a cheap vehicle, but you put good tires on it, because that's where the rubber meets the road. All my saws, even when I had the old Chicago Electric, the key there was putting the best blade you could afford on it. I'd get one of the old good Diablo 12-inch and put it on there, and it would sing. Let me tell you. Actually, it wouldn't sing. That's the thing, because those good saw blades, they don't make that ringing kind of noise. But what's the competition out there? We're looking at this saw here at $280. Of course, Harbor Freight's going to have sales, every other month on it probably. But what's the competition? Well, if you go over to Lowe's, you're looking at $350 for one of their Cobalt 12-inch 15-amp dual bevel sliding miter saws. This is a great saw. I'm not going to say that it's not. It has a lot of, if not all the same features. I'm not sure about the light versus the laser on this one. But it's, you're paying $350 for it. Now over at Home Depot, they've got the Ryobi, which comes in at $269, and I believe comes with, a 40 tooth carbide blade. That's an okay blade. I like to have run 60 tooth or 80 tooth for fine cuts. 60 tooth is my kind of my universal kind of blade that I like to go with. 40 teeth on a 12 inch is a bit rough if you ask me. That said, just looking at this saw, you can tell it's in a different weight class. You've got the rear controls for the bevel. You've got just wire, was it wire racks for the slide outs? And look at the fence. The fence is a lower tier fence. This saw is a entry level saw, and at 12 inches, that price, I think it should be, the Admiral's got better features than that. How about this? We got the Delta, what is this thing called? The Shopmaster saw. Now, Delta, I know, is coming out with new saws, and I don't know if this is I think this is the older generation here. It's a lot like the Ryobi, really low fence. You got the wire, extensions on it. Not a lot to write home about, $279 there. Just nothing to get excited about. We go over to Walmart. Walmart's got the Win, which seems to be a nice saw. You got front controls, you got slide out tables. Looks like a very similar kind of saw, but you're looking at $304 to get that saw. And, I don't know. And it's, got to be shipped to you. You can't go pick it up. Menards has got the Delta Shopmaster as well. Their price on it after their 11% mail-in rebate that you can only use in stores. It's not even a rebate. It's really like a credit or something. $250, not a bad deal, but again, that you got to take into account the features you're getting on that saw. Also at Menards, they've got their Master Force. Now, this is an excellent saw. This is again looking at the same kind of level of this Bauer here, or even the Cobalt saw we saw over at Lowe's. But after rebate, you're looking at $356. So with that said, that gives you an idea of what's out there in that prosumer Goldilocks kind of range. So let's take a quick moment and talk about three of, I think, are the best options for saw blades for you. The Diablo is the no-brainer, okay? And as I said, I like the 60 tooth. The 8 tooth is great. It gets a little fine for some woods and some cuts. The 60 tooth is a nice middle of the road universal. You're not always changing the blades kind of thing. And for most DIYers, this is going to be a great blade. This is a 12-inch 60 tooth combination blade. So it's got the nice little teeth, and then it's got the big gullets there to get rid of sawdust. Also, that's one of the things people don't realize is getting sawdust bound up in the blade is one of the issues you have when using blades like this. This is a no-brainer here. This saw, people have been using this saw blade for years, and they love it. $38.58 right now over on Amazon. Now, one day I went to get one of the Diablo blades. I needed one desperately for a new saw. There were none in stock. I couldn't do it. What am I going to do? Well, I picked up Irwin. I thought, well, you know what? I'm a tool bearer. I got to try new things. I fell in love with this blade. I got to tell you, I think the Irwin Marples blades are every bit as good as the Diablo blades. Sometimes they're cheaper. Sometimes they're more expensive. Basically, when it comes down to it, I just look and see, hey, which one's on sale? I'm happy with either of them. They make fantastic blades. They have the laser cuts in them. It's a nice thin curve. It's a great blade, and it won't do you wrong. The other thing to consider is the Harbor Freight Hercules blade. Now, I had some concerns when they sent me that first saw. I'm like, how good could this blade really be? It could be really good. The fact is, it's a 12-inch, 60 tooth, fine finish, thin curve. It's got the laser cuts in it for the reliefs. It makes it well tuned, means it doesn't vibrate as much. And look at this, you're looking at $30 on something like that. Now, again, what I always do is I go with whatever one's cheaper. Which one's easier to find, which one's cheaper, which one do I have a coupon for or whatnot. And that's the way I make the choice on that. So anyway, what do you think about this? Is this going to be the Goldilocks saw for you? It's not the cheapest. It's not the most expensive. It's got all the comfort features you want in those DIY level saws, but it's got some of that better performance, more oomph, more bang for the buck in it. I think it's a fantastic saw. Now the question is, will I stop using my Hercules and go for that? I don't think so, all right? The Hercules is just a smoother saw. It's a sturdier saw. It's solid all the way. It just feels good, all right? I love using that saw. But it's hard, though, when you sit there and you look at all those comfort features you get on this saw. The fact that it's got the drop shadow light, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to set them up side by side for a while and see which one I use. Now, I didn't do a direct comparison of the two here because I'm at our shop here, or home here in Vegas, and the Hercules is at the place up in Montana. So when we head back, I'll take them both and we'll try and do a head-to-head. Maybe we'll get a few other contenders in there as well. Anyway, I know a lot of you have been waiting to hear about this saw. Sorry it took so long, but there you go. I want to hear your thoughts, what you think about the Goldilocks zone, and not just this saw, but all saws across the board. What's the best Goldilocks saw that you've seen? Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates and more reviews, and of course, all the deals every week. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.